Okay.
So I'm Christian Kappa, I'm a junior here. I study history and religion. I also study ecology. I'm actually in an independent study right now, studying history of land use in the Arctic countries. So this is Greenland. And when you think of Greenland, you probably think of this stuff. And that's what most of it is. You can zoom in and see that there's actually a good part here that's green, which is Eric the Red, when he traveled there, the one who discovered it in the 13th century, believed that calling it Greenland would attract people to come to Greenland. And so there was actually over 500 farms established in southern Greenland. This was the eastern settlement, this was the western settlement. And they were extremely lush, and it kind of looks like the Shire. You can kind of imagine they had these little homesteads, and the priests would live there and raise cows. So it was a great economy, and a couple hundred years later, they picked up and left. There's debate about why. Some people think it was because of the little ice age, but so in the climate that was said to be warming. And as you guys probably know, the climate's warming now, which, of course, has controversial effects. Is this something that we can benefit from? Is it something that will open up these areas for mining? And it looks like that is bound to happen soon if the Greenlandic people don't do anything about it. So. In this region, there's something called Kvalenfeld, and it's projected to be the second largest rare earth mineral mine in the world. And rare earth metals are used for everything from this computer to that here there. Also used for green technologies like windmills and hybrid cars. So these green technologies, we'll talk more about in a second. They're actually maybe not so green, and the mining of 1 ton of rare earth metals will result in because they're geologically they form together, rare earth metals and uranium, and there's a lot of tailing from that, 1 ton for every ton mined. So people are saying, well, this is all we can do. This is, we're running out of with the melting caps. The water's warming and fish are going north, and people are saying, 7 out of 8 commercial fishing ships are out of business in some areas. Shrimp plants are closed down. All sorts of people are out of business. Suicide rates are high. So people are saying, obviously, we were going to tap into this resource. But it's not without controversy. So something I want to do is I want to go to Greenland, and I want to it's going to sound simple, but I'm sorry about this presentation. So yeah, up near the fjords, there's a lot of pastures, and there are a lot of edible plants. And a small venture I'd like to do is to simply go to Greenland, and I want to pick fireweed, is what you might know of that. And I'll show you a picture of that. And also go Kvagan, which is Kvalenfeld, which is where they want to open the mine. It's called Kvalenfeld because it's a field of Kvagan. And this is fireweed, which also grows up there. Which its young leaves are really nutritious, and the flowers are great for jams and teas and all sorts of things. So my only costs would be traveling, maybe jars for canning and rent. And I'm an artist, and I hope to raise awareness about the possibilities of opening the mine through selling canned goods, and in selling them, have a story of like the history I'm trying to develop in this independent study and understanding of how this land was used and how the ancestors used it. So I guess we could call it a capacity building project as well. And yeah, through going around and just selling jams and teas and raising awareness, hopefully encouraging people to continue to do what their ancestors do or to link back. And yeah, so my company is Assavat. This is an Inuit word, meaning you love them or it. And yeah, I don't know. That's the flower bait. And so it's an agroforestry project. It's wildcrafting. So I'd be I don't know. It's not a big venture. There's not a lot of capital investment, and it's very simple. I'd only be asking for $2,000, just to cover rent and jars. And travel expenses are something I can talk to you guys about in the Q&A, because thoughts of maybe going over for no cost at all. But yeah, so that's basically it. And, I'm really excited about it. I've been thinking about it for like the whole year, and I've been talking to people in Greenland, and yeah,
How many people live in Greenland?
over 57,000, about 58,000 maybe. So 1/3 is in the capital city of Nuuk. About 18,300 people live in Nuuk, and that's where I think I'd be stationed. I've also talked to people in commune Kulajek, which means the glacier commune, or it's the Huntington area commune, and there's a lot of like experimental agriculture going on there too, and talk to people there too.
You know, when you say there's no cost in terms of harvesting the flowers, I guess the first thing I would think of would be, what is the labor associated with doing the harvesting?
Yeah.
And who owns the land? Is it public land, or because I would imagine you'd have to pay something to the landowners?
Yeah. Well, it's actually because I pick a lot of wild plants. I live in the Hill Valley, and I've been doing it for a little while now, and everything from raspberries to lance quarters and all sorts of stuff. And there's generally, especially in a country like Greenland, where people have for centuries made their livelihood off hunting seal. It's like there are quotas on things like seal hunting, caribou hunting, and muskox hunting, which are in place recently because of Danish government. There aren't measures about going into the wild. It's also a practice like you don't just like when you pick wild food, you don't really just like go out and pick everything like a normal like you would with harvesting crops. You pick generally like 1 out of every 10 plants, and then you can also spread seed. And it's supposed to be like a sustainable practice. But it's a good question.
How did you get interested in Greenland?
I read this kind of like graduate about the Arctic. Since I was a little kid, wanted to go to Antarctica and the Arctic really bad. I think it was imaginary. I was interested in going to Iceland for a long time, and then realized that Greenland was actually like a place that you could go, and there was like green. It wasn't just all ice. And I've been I guess a couple of years I've just been really fascinated with it. Reading articles in the New York Times. It's like a pretty heavy topic for energy policy. It's going to kind of mark like what we think of our planet, like what we do in the Arctic is going to define how we see places, the frontier in this era. I guess it seems like an important message.
So your objective is to find something, an alternative to this rare earth mining initiative, right?
Yeah, and It would be ambitious. For a long time, I was like, I wanted to set up a whole institute, an agroforestry institute. And I think what this would be, it wouldn't be like, it eventually could grow into it. And I think that their governance is really supportive of agriculture right now. So it could grow into like a larger thing, like this business. But right now, it's like, it's going to be advocacy, essentially. But I think it can go a long way, and I think, with enough enthusiasm, we can make enough noise. It's a very small population, 57,000